I'm Dawn. This is Gary. And we are the Disney Grownups.
It was okay. It was composed, but not anymore.
It's okay, it's only about the 100th time we've tried to actually say hello to you without him giggling.
That's because each time it becomes funnier.
Anyway, if you're new to us, then welcome to our channel. If you're a returning friend, then hello again. So, if you've been following along with us, you will know that on our last video, we took our first trip out since before lockdown, since March, to the shops. We went to Primark and a Disney store, and I'll put a link down below in case you wanted to go back and have a look at that. Our first venture out into the big wide scary world, and how we got on. So, it was a little bit disappointing because there was a lot of people not wearing masks, a lot of people not socially distancing, so I did find it a little bit intimidating. But in that video we did say that we might venture out again, but we'd do it first thing in the morning. And we did. So that was on a Friday, and on the Monday I plucked up the courage for us to go again. We whizzed up to Primark to grab a couple of bits that we hadn't got in the panic of the first time we'd gone, and then that was fine. Again, we had somebody on the door, you had the sanitizer, there was arrows to show you which way to go in and out.
Very slimy hand sanitizer.
Yeah, very slimy hand sanitizer that didn't ever seem to dry no matter how much you did.
It was a bit like giraffe spit.
Yes, so that was really good. It was really well distanced, and they had like the tills had screens all the way around, so we just went into like a cubicle, and that was all very good. And it wasn't that busy in that first hour that it opened. So I think if any of you are thinking of venturing out, and who hasn't so far, or you know, who are a bit apprehensive, I'd say if you go when it first opens,
or even before it opens, there's nobody there.
But then you can't get in.
Just an idea.
So if you go in that first hour that it opens, I think you'll be okay. So that was good. So then we decided to go over to IKEA, and we decided to get there for when it opened. And that was a completely different ball game. That was horrendous, wasn't it?
It was, yeah. It
was really bad. We got there and there was, I would say, a good 50%, if not more, of people who were not wearing face masks. Despite the fact that Tannoy kept saying, didn't it, you know, please wear a face mask and thank you for your continued support, of which there wasn't any.
That must have just been for us.
Yeah. And it was just so busy in there. It was so, nobody was socially distancing, and they'd put arrows. I mean, normally there is a sort of a way you go around IKEA anyway, like a maze, but they'd actually blocked areas off. So we went in and wanted to go literally just there to the marketplace, but we had to go round all the way through the bedding and the settees and every kitchen unit, everything, all the way around just to get to where we wanted to.
With everybody else.
Yeah, everyone kind of been funnelled, haven't they?
They just funnelled everybody the same way, so it just made it probably 10 times worse than if they just left the place open, so people could just go whichever way they wanted. So
Gary kept going, what are you doing? Because I just kept running off in between furniture, just trying to get out of people's way, and you know, sort of going like this to actually get through. And in the end it was just so horrendous that we picked up, I think, 1 or 2 of the 5 things we wanted. I knew exactly what we wanted and where they were. We picked up about 2 of them and then just said, no, let's get out of here. This is not good, this is not safe. So we will not be going back to IKEA. That was horrendous, and I will live without the things we haven't got. Anyway, moving on. So we thought we'd show you what we bought. We bought a lot of things in Primark that were basics, which we aren't going to show you because I don't think you want to see any bits of underwear, Gary's boxers, you know, plain thermal socks, that kind of thing. All the silly bits that we bought. You know,
possible.
Cushion inners and things like that. You don't need to see them.
Just add a cash offer down below and you might get to see them.
We are not that kind of channel. Nobody wants to see them.
Everything's got a price.
No. Oh my god!
Oh my god!
So we thought we'd show you what we have bought that is kind of Disney related. So I was going to wear one of my things to show you, but it is too hot at the moment, so I'm going to have to show you instead. So I am a cold mortal in the winter. and I wanted a new pair of pyjamas, but not necessarily to wear in bed because that would get too hot, but to sort of lounge around in the evening, so loungewear. And we saw these. Oh my god, I have never felt anything so soft and fluffy. So this is the top, and it is just, I don't know whether I can get close enough to the camera and whether you can actually pick up, whether it will focus on the fact of how fluffy and soft, but honestly it is the softest thing I think I have ever owned in my life. And here are the trousers that go with it, with Dumbo, and they are just like wearing a cloud. They are so warm, they are so fluffy, they are so lovely.
Full of moisture.
£11 for a pair, and I honestly, go and get some. They are just, well, they're the best thing I've worn. That they are so, and I know that I'm going to be so snug and cosy in the winter, sitting on the settee, watching television, snuggled up in these. So I couldn't decide between those ones and these ones. So Gary said, get them both. So I did. So this one is a Lion King one. And again, super soft and fluffy. And these are the bottoms with Simba all over them. But they are just really lovely. £11 a pair. You can't go wrong. Yeah, they are really lovely. So that was my first purchase, and I can honestly recommend them. Next I bought a t-shirt. I don't have many with Donald on, and I just thought this is that really soft, again very soft, going for the soft theme here. What are you doing? But this is like that kind of vintage feel stuff that's kind of washed out a bit. But it's got nothing on the back on it. It's very plain back and everything, but it is just, what are you doing, Gary? It is just really cute. So that was £8. I like that. That's very nice. So Gary can sit there and just be my glamorous assistant, because he didn't actually buy anything Disney-fied. So he just bought boxes and things like that, which we're not going to show you. So the next thing I purchased is some socks, just some simple trainer socks, £2.50, and they are Minnie Mouse, and it says I can't do today, and I kind of feel like that most days at the moment. And then we've got that one there, and then just some cute red ones there. So I got those, £2.50, bargain. And then they had some Chippendale ones, and I haven't got any Chippendale socks, so I thought they were quite cute. And that one says Double Trouble. Then you've got some with, they're in grey with acorns. And then it says, but snacks first. And again, £2.50 for 3 pairs of socks.
Bargain.
Can't go wrong. Now, Gary wanted a notebook, so we found these.
So I got one.
I got 3, in fact.
3, yeah. I don't normally do notebooks, but I've got bits of paper just everywhere with things written on them, and I thought this might be an idea to keep it all in one place.
So
amazing invention.
So it's got a Mickey head on the front there. I'm not sure what the middle one is. I think that's the same. And then this one's just got Mickey's all over it. And what I might do is take some photographs of these bits and put them in, insert them in as we go along, because you can't always see on this camera, it doesn't always focus. But they were £2 for 3 little notebooks, which was quite good.
Yeah, it's good.
So
makes them £1.50 each.
No, it doesn't, Gary. Oh my goodness. He's in one of those moods today, in case you hadn't noticed.
Just need some chocolate.
Yeah.
It's gone straight to my head.
I'm just going to carry on and pretend he's not here. Right, next I picked up this, which I thought was a bargain, reduced down to £1. Again, I might put some pictures in so you can see a bit closer, but they're pin badges, and I just thought that I could either take the pins off and sew them onto clothing, like a jacket or whatever, or they might be good to put in the middle of ears if I make them, if I can make some Mickey themed ears. But for £1, couldn't resist them. So I thought that was a good buy. Goodbye. For those of you who don't know, I do have a bit of an addiction. And I have a bit of an addiction to notebooks. And I don't know what it is about notebooks, but I just love notebooks. And I've got so many of them. And I saw this one, which I thought was super cute. And it's just a plain old lined notebook. Nothing fancy about it or anything. It's just a nice, really sturdy, really nice notebook. And it was £2. So why would you not get that? £2. So, and Stitch is quite cute. So, although Gary doesn't like Stitch.
Well, someone said I didn't like him. I'm just not sure.
Not sure of what?
Well, no, I don't know. I'm not quite sure about it actually. It seems to be a bit unpredictable.
A bit like you then.
No.
You're going to lose a lot of friends saying you don't like Stitch.
Well, I didn't say I didn't like us. So I'm not sure. Just a bit wary.
Wary of Stitch.
It reminds me of Gremlins, and they were a little bit out of control, weren't they?
Yeah, as I say, like you. So I like Stitch, and I like that.
Mad,
I mean, that's actually got a lot of pages, so it's quite a thick notebook for £2.
Well thick.
No comment. Saw this.
Love it.
It says "Love Mickey Mouse," and inside this one, it does actually have some decorations.
Yeah, I drew all these. I drew that. And that.
No, he didn't. So it's got those. It's just, again, it's just a lined pad with the little graphics on the corners. Just a really nice little pad there. £2.50. So again, why would you not? So I like that. They had some sticky notes, a bit like post-it notes, and then I've got an organiser. And so it's got little tabs down the side, and I thought they were very cute. I'm going to stick a picture in because I'm not sure if you can actually see this on the camera or not. £2.
Number 3, my lord.
And the last, that's another franchise. And a last thing I got as far as notepad type things was this. And I thought this, I don't know if you can see because the light's on it, I thought this was brilliant. It's an organiser, a daily, for those times when we finally start going out and actually doing things. Let's hope for the future. It says adventure is out there, and hopefully it will be again, and we can go out and adventure again soon.
Yeah, it was. We went to Primark.
Yeah, well, that was an adventure. And it's got like Toy Story, Monsters Inc., Finding Nemo. It's kind of Pixar. Yeah. And it's also got a magnetic strip on the back, so you can stick it on the fridge or the freezer or wherever.
Or even your teeth.
That was £3.50. Again, quite thick, so there's quite a few pages for you to tear off there and fill in. And put all your adventures that you're going to do throughout the week when we finally get to doing them all. So that, I thought, was really cute. So that was our purchases from Primark, where, as far as our Disney things go. From there, we went on to the Disney store. Disney store was very good. They had a lady on the door they have a big sign up telling you all the rules and regulations, you know, hand sanitizer and masks and so on. And there was a lady on the door. There wasn't a sheep dip, but maybe there should have been. That might have helped a few people. There was a lady on the door who was very politely asking everybody to wear a mask, and those people who were turning up with the chin accessories, you know, the new beard, which is the mask under here somewhere. She was sort of asking them and saying, I'm sorry, but before you come in the shop, could you please put your mask up? And once she was asking them, most people did.
She was holding a sawn off shot, which I think helped actually. And it was cocked as well.
Anyway, but they were pretty good. They were only letting a few people in at a time. So that was quite good. And in there, we've just started, we started watching The Mandalorian when it came out. We watched the first one. Kind of were like, yeah, it's okay with the first one. Gary fell asleep sort of halfway through it as per usual.
Yeah, I don't remember much the first one.
And then we, you know, family dramas and life and things took over, and we never got round to watching it again. So we've recently started watching it again from the beginning, and really got into it and watched the whole lot. And you really like it, don't you?
Yeah.
What did you say it was like? That you thought it was sort of like retro kind of?
Well, I don't know. For me, it sort of had the same sort of appeal as the early Star Wars movies did. And I sort of liked all the Star Wars movies, but they're sort of, I don't know, they're sort of, as it got towards the end of them, even though they were still good, I don't think they quite had the appeal of the early ones. And I think The Mandalorian had the appeal and the feel of the early Star Wars movies, but obviously better quality. So
and obviously the child is so sweet.
The kid.
Yeah.
The green kid.
It's not the kid, it's the child.
You called it the green kid.
So we saw this.
The green kid mug.
It's this tumbler or turvis or whatever you wish to call it, and it has Baby Yoda all the way around, and that was £11. So
yeah, it's quite nice.
Straw. Yeah,
it's
so
quite
that
heavy
was,
as well, actually.
it is. It's double walled, quite solid.
Double skinned.
That's the one. Double wall, double skin, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, so that was our first purchase from the Disney store. You can pack with the straw if you like. Okay, thank you. So they also had some mugs on sale, and I can't remember exactly how much they were originally. We've got them in our boxes because you can never have too many Disney boxes. Or Disney tissue.
Yeah, we've got a whole lot of them.
Yeah, we have.
We've got a massive box.
So I picked up a
massive box full of Disney boxes.
I picked up this, which again I don't know if it's focusing or not. So perhaps don't worry, come back. I'll put a little clip in of it. But it's Eeyore, but it's kind of pencil sketch, and I really love all of that. What I like about this, I'll put the video in. I'll put a little clip of it so you can see it, or a little picture rather. It's kind of the pencil drawing, and when we used to go to Walt Disney World, when we went for the first times with the girls and mum and dad and everything, and all the subsequent times, spent a lot of time in the animation studio doing drawings. Particularly me and the girls used to love doing that. Gary used to hang around outside with the characters.
With Mrs. Incredible.
Yeah, he used to hang outside with Mrs. Incredible or Lotso, or there was various different characters, wasn't there, over the years. As each film came out, they'd have somebody different there. So I think we might have hung out there with Remy and Emile once.
That's where I first met the rats there, actually. That was the first time. Yeah.
So we used to go in and we used to do our drawing, because I do love all the pencil sketch sort of stuff, but that was the only one they had left. It was originally 12 euros, so I don't know what that was in, because it hasn't got a sticker for how much it was in pounds, but I got that for £4.
That'd be less than that in pounds.
Yeah, but I got that for £4.50.
Maybe.
So, and I know there are a set of stacking ones, but I don't care. Just got the one. That's fine by me.
At the moment.
Sorry about that. As usual, the camera just switched off on us.
So cut off. I think they all do it.
Yeah. We've never yet got around to looking into how or why we changed that, but hey. So then we got another mug, which is the official Mouseketeer, and it has the Mickey hat ears on the back, red inside, and that one was, I don't know how much that was originally, but I'm going to have to look at the receipt now because I forgot to see how much it was. Yep, you can indeed. You can be my glamorous assistant.
Wrinkly assistant.
That was £3.65 that had been reduced down to.
And it's got that standy outy stuff on it.
Standy outy stuff, that's its official term.
What's the official term?
Embossed, I would imagine.
Embossed, yeah, one of those as well.
Yep.
Embossed front, and it's got an embossed bum back. Sorry.
But £3.65 for a Disney mug. I mean, you can't say no, can you really?
Isn't that for the tea?
It's quite heavy, isn't it, actually?
Yeah, it's going to
It's
be.
a really heavy mug.
It's going to be ultra heavy, and that's full of fluid as well.
Yeah.
And all the biscuits that you've dumped and dropped off into the mug as well. And it's super heavy.
So, the third mug, if you'll excuse me, popping my glasses on again. Right. Third mug that we picked up, which has been reduced. And again, this one says originally that it was €15, but it doesn't say what the pounds prices is Dr. Facilier's hat mug, and that was reduced to £4.20. You know, you couldn't say no to that.
Well, you didn't.
So no, I didn't, and that was actually the last one. So I'm very lucky I got that one. So there we go, 3 mugs. I really like Jiminy Cricket. And I don't know what it is about Jiminy Cricket, but I always think he's really cute. I think he's quite an underrated character. And you should always let your conscience be your guide. So I really like Jiminy, and I saw this and just it waved at me and smiled at me and said, please take me home with you. So I couldn't say no. So he was £8.95, but his money well spent.
In euros?
In euros, that was £12.90.
Oh, excellent.
So, but he's very cute and he's very soft, isn't he? You feel he's really soft.
Yeah.
So.
Softer than a real cricket.
Yeah. So I really like him. So he's my new toy. So that was our purchases from the Disney store. And of course you've got to buy a Disney store bag. That was £2.75. As we got to the checkout with all our little things, the lady behind the counter said, would you like today's special offer? Because you've spent however much it was, over £20 I think it was, you're entitled to get one of these for only £12.50. Now we don't have a Plush Stitch, and I love Stitch, so I thought, oh no, actually look, matches my t-shirt today. Didn't even think about that. But yeah, so there's a Plush Stitch. He's quite big, it's quite cute, it's very soft, and that was £12.50. I think the normal price is £21, so we got him for £12.50, and he's really soft as well. So you can't say no, can you? You can't say no. So that was our. I didn't know. Well, I mean, you know, all through lockdown I have been indoors. I've not been spending money. I've not been doing anything. So these are my treats, and he's so cute. So you can hold him for a bit. You can bond with him. Perhaps you might get to like him.
Look at my face.
So that was it. Just as we were going out to the car park, we walked past Clinton's and noticed that they had some Disney Traditions on a little shelf that were reduced. Now we collect Disney Traditions, and we went past, there wasn't many there, and a couple of them we've already got, but they did have this one. And I know we don't want to mention that dreaded C word at the moment, Christmas.
Oh, that one.
But
I'm getting a bit nervous. Ooh, not that one, surely.
Not the C word.
Chips.
So we like the Nutcracker. I'm going to put a picture in of this because you're never going to get this to focus. But it's Nutcracker Mickey to hang on the Christmas tree, and he had been reduced down to £11.20. So we thought he would be a really good addition to our. Oh, I've just noticed that you can actually move his mouth like you do with the proper Nutcracker. So it's even got a moving part,
which is useful.
So that is £11.20. So that was money well spent, I think.
Well spent.
Not on our shopping trip, but I'm just going to show you while we're here other purchase that I made during lockdown. I'm going to kill him in a minute. The other purchase that I made during lockdown, as I've already said, I really like Jiminy Cricket, and there is a lady called V from Travels with V and Steve, and she has a lot to answer for. And the reason she has a lot to answer for is because she keeps showing me all these Loungefly bags that she's got that I really like. I had my first Loungefly last September when we went to Walt Disney World, and Gary bought me the castle Loungefly.
Yeah, not the actual castle.
No, the castle Loungefly. And at the beginning of lockdown, V showed us a really lovely Disney Dogs Loungefly that she'd bought, and I fell in love with that straight away, so I just had to have that. So that was at the beginning of lockdown. I can't remember if I've shown you that before or not, but I'll pop a picture in. And so I saw this. It's a Jiminy Cricket Loungefly, and it is just so cute. It is really, really cute. and it's got a little umbrella on the zip, and it's just a really sweet Loungefly bag. So I have made that purchase, and my Jiminy Cricket could sit on my Jiminy Cricket Loungefly. I shouldn't have given him that stitch to hold, should I? So that is our purchases. One other thing we need to do is say a very quick hello to Ed.
Ed.
Hi Ed.
Hi Ed.
So when we went into Primark,
Hi Ed.
a very nice lady who worked there
Called Ed.
let us go in front of her on the escalators. And then she messaged us to say that she'd apparently let us go on the escalator and then recognised us, even with masks on.
Wow.
So, yeah, fame, eh?
B-listers. B-listers at least.
So, yeah, so she recognised us, and because of social distancing and because of masks, etc., she didn't
because
get...
we smelt.
We didn't smell. She couldn't get a chance to say hello. So she messaged us to say that she had recognised us and that she was going to say hi but didn't get a chance to. So we have promised that next time we are there, we will go over and try and say hello to her and try and find her. So yeah, and she's a future vlogger. So yeah, she keeps thinking about it, so she should get on and do a vlogging channel because it's good fun. Anyway, that is our shopping trip all wrapped up. There is one other thing that I want to ask everybody, and that is that you can see up here I've got my holders for my ears, and I know I put something up on Instagram a little while ago with a picture of them and of the holders I've made, and I've had quite a few people message me and ask me about them. So I really enjoy doing crafts and things. And I really enjoy making things. Oh God.
So I told you it was uncontrollable, unpredictable.
I think that's you. Yeah, so I really enjoy making crafts, and I'm going to give up trying to talk to everybody. Shall I take it away from him? Okay, come on then. Right, you come and sit here, Stitch. No, seriously though, I really enjoy making crafts and things, and so I have been making a few bits and pieces just for something for me to do, and it keeps me sane, especially living with Gary. But yeah, I've had a lot of people message me and ask me about them, so I was wondering, I've never done anything like this before, so I don't know whether it would be like on an Etsy shop or through direct message or what, but if I made them, would you be interested in buying them?
Yeah, of course they would.
Would it be something that anyone would want to do? I don't know. I mean, obviously I could sort of, you know, custom make however long you wanted them and so on.
They are very good.
I've also been making, blimey, that's a first from
I don't
you.
like to compliment anything Dawn does, but
No,
they
it doesn't.
are quite good actually.
Never comment. So I've also made a lot of these just because it's been something therapeutic to do. So I've got like Minnie Mouse. Can you hold Stitch without making him misbehave? Minnie Mouse, and I've got Marvel characters and Disney friends, Toy Story. I've got lots of Star Wars ones, and I think I've got Donald Duck, and I've got various other ones of these. But these are the ear holders that go on your bag. So when you've got your, say you're out with your ears in the parks, and after a while your ears either start to hurt, or you get too hot with them, or you're going on a ride that you can't take them on, and it's where do you put your ears so that they don't get broken.
Tuck them under my hair.
So yeah, we'll talk about your hair in a minute.
Well, easy, isn't it?
So that they don't. Can you please stop it?
Stop eating chocolate.
Yeah.
Chocolate.
So
Chocolate.
please stop.
Chocolate.
Sometimes when you're in the park, just ignore him. Sometimes when you're in your park, you don't know what to do with your ears because they. I give up. Because that, you know, they start to hurt after a while. So what you know, where do you put them so you don't damage them? So these ear holders, obviously, if you've got something small rucksack wise, like the Loungefly bag, you can just hook these on, and the ears hold, you know, you put them on it through the You can put them through the zip and they hold on, but your ears hang basically from this. If you've got one of the big backpack rucksacks that's got like a nylon loop on them, you might want the extender. Well, what I'll do is I'll put some pictures in of how they sit and what they do. So these are the extenders, so that then it would be through, say, this hook here, and if it makes it long enough then for you to have that for your ears to hold down. I've made quite a few of these because I've just enjoyed doing them. So can you message me, everybody? Well, not message me. Can you put something in the comments down below and just let me know if you know, if you've got an Etsy shop and you've got any hints or tips on how it works or what to do. I'd be interested to know, because I've never ever done anything like this before.
And they're lined as well.
Yeah, they're all lined and everything. You know, they're double thickness. It's just, I've just enjoying doing them, and I just thought, and so many people have messaged me that I just wanted to know whether it is something everyone would be interested in, and if anyone's got any hints or tips. Anyway, that's enough of that. Oh yeah, hair. Gary just mentioned his hair. As you can see, Gary's had a haircut. Last time you saw us, I think he either had a ponytail or his hair was long or whatever.
I had a ponytail for a few hours in one day.
Yeah.
It was about 35 degrees.
Yeah.
And
so
he was in this room, which is the hottest room in the castle.
So Gary has to go back to work soon. His furlough is ending, and he said, I really need to get my hair cut before I go back to work. So we don't know how or why, what happened, but I think because his hair had got so long, he decided that he would keep it a bit longer this time. So he went to his usual hairdresser and told him exactly what he wanted, and he wanted it a bit longer here and a bit of this, and it was probably Gary's fault.
Yeah, I don't think I explained it very well.
So we had our daughter here at the time who was staying with us after having, you know, she was recuperating after surgery, and Gary went off to have his hair done. And when he came back, we kind of looked at him and it just looked dreadful.
Well, it was okay when I first came back.
Yeah, it was after you washed it, wasn't it?
Yeah, when I left there, I thought, yeah, that's okay.
And then he went upstairs to wash it.
I washed it.
Because Gary goes to the hairdressers, then he comes back and washes all the bits out.
No, I don't call the bits.
He doesn't like
have
the
a
bits.
shower as well, 'cause it all goes down.
Yeah, because obviously it's itchy fitchy.
Not sitting right.
So he came downstairs and he walked in the room, and Holly and I both went and looked at him, and I thought, oh my goodness.
Yeah, it took on a whole new shape.
Bless her. Holly, very diplomatic, turned around and went, have you seen Shrek? Do you remember Lord Farquhar? So he had this kind of fringe here and this big bit here. And, oh my
Well, fringe
God.
is pretty much where it is now.
He just looked like Lord Farquhar. So I'm going to put, he's going to kill me for this, I'm going to put a picture in here of him and Lord Farquhar so you can see the resemblance. So then it went from bad to worse.
I am slightly taller than him, though.
Yeah, but then it went from bad to worse because he was really so upset by it, and he said, oh, I need this. So I then had a go.
Yeah, I had a panic attack, and I actually went outside and just started to sweat up and tried to avoid one of my neighbours, and that thing just came back indoors again. I said, no, I can't go out. I can't ever go out again. You've got to do something with it.
So I then started
really
to
bad.
cut it, and I'll put the picture in of what I cut. And actually, it then was still a bit long and flicky at the back, because he then got to the point where he was panicking because I was cutting too much off, and he said, oh, no, you better leave it. So he then took the courage to phone his hairdresser back.
Yeah, he said, wait, you didn't expect to hear from me so soon, did you?
Like 2 days after.
I've had a bit of an accident.
Yeah, so he's been back and he's had it all redone. But to his credit, the hairdresser apparently complimented what I had actually done.
What she's done is not too bad, actually. But,
yeah, so there you go. So yeah, that's Gary's hair. Anyway, we've digressed a lot. We've probably bored you to death. And I think Gary needs to go and have a lie down in a quiet room for a while now. So if you've enjoyed what you've seen, then thank you for watching. And if you've enjoyed what you've seen, if you'd like to press that subscribe button, although after having seen Gary's antics this afternoon, you're probably thinking, why am I watching? But yeah, if you'd like to press that subscribe button, we'd be grateful. Ring the notification bell, because as you know, we are very random with our uploads. I don't know when we're going to upload, it's just as and when. And with Gary going back to work, it's going to be even more random. So if you hit the notification bell, then at least you'll always know when an upload is. Give us a like, the thumbs up, because that always helps, or a thumbs down. If you think Gary's antics are just too much, then give us that thumb down. We don't mind, whatever you feel. It's, you know, it's your viewing. And
this is me.
Yep, unfortunately this is the real Gary, and I have to live with it. Yes, so I think coming to you next will be our Disneyland Paris restaurant review series, carrying on, and our next one we are doing is Annette's Diner, I believe, is it not? So Annette,
Big burger.
Yeah, Annette's Diner is coming next. So going forward, if there's anything you'd like us to actually do a video on, anything you'd like to know about Disneyland Paris or our adventures to Walt Disney World, if there's anything you'd like to know about any of the craft I make, or anything really that you want to see going forward, then do leave a comment and let us know. We'll try and see what we can do. So anyway, for now we are going to say goodbye.
Goodbye.
And take care. Be kind to each other, stay safe, stay happy, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye.